How's it going, everybody? My cup of tea here, back in the reaction video, and I'm here to continue or fix my schedule of uploading videos on this channel. Yay! Oh god. Yay! Yay! Yeah, I have been slacking. I just been doing stuff, getting lazy, life, all that into one. But I'm gonna try to get back on track, starting today at January 22nd, right? Yeah, I think so. So today we're here to watch a video from Casual Geographic, which I have been slacking on a little bit on his videos. We're gonna watch his news video because the title makes me laugh, which is, "This is the funniest animal on earth. I'm sorry." Now, I don't know what that is, but I want to see what this animal is, because I'm in the mood to laugh. So let's get this. Actually, before I hit play, let me move myself to the right real quick, because I forgot he appears on the left side of the screen sometimes. Alright, let's start this.
Show me someone who's never seen this with their eyes, and I'll show you a child that got left behind. The school system's failing, and this is proof. Did you know the average kid in America doesn't know about this harmonizing homunculus? Arguably one of the greatest gifts nature ever gave, yet they remain disrespected and unaccepted. Well, not
I've seen this before, but
someone has
to
stand up for this comic relief, rough draft, auditory onslaught of a primate, and you already know I will. I mean, that's a given. You're probably familiar with the great apes, but in case you're not, they include gorillas, chimps, bonobos, i.e. chimps with a different R rating.
Had my quality up too high for a different video. Let's get back
well, not
to
today, you know. Someone has to stand up for this comic relief, rough draft, auditory onslaught of a primate, and you already know I will. I mean, that's a given. You're probably familiar with the great apes, but in case you're not, they include gorillas, chimps, bonobos, i.e. chimps with a different R rating, and this guy.
Oh my god.
Together, along with
oh
humans,
my god.
they make up the Great Ape Group.
The Great Ape Club.
The name only an ape could come up with. But along the way, someone got snubbed, and this is actually live footage of it happening.
You are freaking
Great apes.
plus Mark.
Plus Mark.
I'm rocking with Mark because Mark is rocking with us.
Yeah, gibbons got gatekept from the great ape lunch table. Science says it's because of their relatively smaller size, lower intelligence. Ouch. And real talk, I think they're just too goofy for the other apes to want to be associated.
Look at that balance, though.
But being tailless means gibbons aren't monkeys either, and instead got classified as lesser apes. That's already flagrantly flippant, but there's about 20 species of lesser apes. They're all gibbons. Apparently, this drunk toddler of an ape was such an affront to the family, folks created an entirely new category to put them in and slapped them with the lesser label. Well, I'm gonna argue this tiger taunting, vocal cord flaunting, terminally trolling, usually barrel rolling primate might just be the prime ape. Now, to be fair, gibbons are that one weird kid in class. They're like the missing link between apes and monkeys, but if evolution went on a side quest, gibbons break a lot of the rules of being an ape. They have low sexual dimorphism, meaning the males and females are about the same size. They don't build nests to sleep. They put in about as much effort as pigeons. They're monogamous, allegedly. We'll get to that. And they basically spend their entire lives in the trees. Could have sworn they let the O-ring slide for that, but that's none of my business. They're also anatomical anomalies with a wingspan worthy of an infringement lawsuit.
Yeah, that wingspan.
We call them lesser. Let's be glad they're still alive. Because uncovering a fossil that could jump rope its own skeleton, that Jumanji junk would have put us in another pandemic. You don't realize how long a gibbon's arms are until, well, one, you get slapped by one, but also until you put them next to a person for scale. But having joints longer than a prohibition for Peter Griffin is great for one thing, and it's kind of the thing gibbons are known for. Like I said, gibbons are completely
look at them arms. I'm sorry, I wanted to pause there. Look at that arm. It's so long. Like, hey, put that man in the league. Well, he's kind of short too, so never mind. Can't put him in the league. But good God, the arms, the wingspan.
Great for one thing, and it's kind of the thing gibbons are known for.
His legs are so short, but his arms are so big or long.
And there's actually a name for how they get from A to B. Brachiate. Calling it monkey bars is an insult. If you did this as a kid, you were on gibbon timing. These branch-loving acrobats are the fastest things in the trees without wings. At 35 miles per hour, the tree goblin can brachiate fast enough to get pulled over in a school zone. And they'll yeet themselves up to 30 feet between trees. Forget a leap of faith, that's a leap of fortune. Specialized shoulders and wrists allow them to treat the jungle as their personal gym. It also helps that they're built like a CrossFit cryptid with the longest arms of any ape. If the average 5'4" woman adopted its build, she'd flex a 10'7" wingspan. And if you lived like one, you'd be parkouring off the cables of the Brooklyn Bridge.
That parkour is right there.
Fall damage, and it's estimated most gibbons break a bone at some point in their lives.
Like they do,
when you realize mothers will pull these stunts with a whole baby in tow.
Oh, they crazy.
Babies, you know how we always say animals use play as preparation for the life they'll live? Baby gibbons will not only learn to brachiate by chasing each other through the trees, they'll also intentionally let go of branches to catch themselves. But what even makes gibbons play a lifelong game of forest lava? But like orangutans, they realize it's way safer to have your ops be gravity and time than touch tiger country downstairs and get murked by a feline. Because gibbons would rather run away than run a Huh? Gibbons are
never
actually
mind.
extremely territorial, and that along with them having a 99 agility stat
me.
is how you get the only animal alive that can vibe check a tiger and live to do it twice. Technically,
Flash pause. Get some flash pause, stun them, put them on the ground. Monster Hunter reference right there. They want to be in the air, find it. Boom, flash pause right into their eyes. You ain't gonna smack me from up there while you're swinging around.
An agility stat is how you get the only animal alive that can vibe check a tiger and live to do it twice. Technically, it's mobbing
I did
to
that.
drive away a predator using the power of parkour, but the execution makes them move like Spider-Man minus morale. They're morale-less, but the only miles is how far they can drive a stripe delete button crazy. Show me a great ape that can taunt a tiger. Many have tried.
Look at that,
Most
look
have
at
died.
him.
A whole apex predator and Twig Ninja just ear-pulled them like a delinquent. And they
he's
don't play
playing
favorites.
with them.
Gibbons have also been recorded harassing clouded leopards getting too close, although I'm pretty sure that one was trying to sleep and got hit with a long arm of audacity. Because if you think they only use their powers for protection, Gibbons are the most unapologetic trolls in the animal kingdom. We told them they're the great ape's little brother, and now they done made it their personality. No other way to explain this.
Look, he
Or to
came
find
back
a bear
just as
protected against lions than versus a tree-happy instigator. Even a so-called great ape can end up looking pretty stupid around a lesser. Gibbons are an impulsive thought come to life. They don't think it, they just do it. Fun fact, this is
That's
a
not the
Memphis
real.
Zoo. That's Ringo, and they even warn you to stay off the glass because he'll literally injure himself trying to jump scare you. You know nature made you cracked when you're the only mammal alive that can go band for band with a cat. With zero regard for feline rights, you've never seen a cat this outmatched. And they'll easily play Matador with your dog. I love it because there's no scientific reason for them to be like this.
He's just
other than
stomping on
Gibbons
you.
are all about the dickery. Except with mice. You know, put a mouse in front of them and things suddenly stop being
Oh,
fun. But with
shit.
arms like that, they'll always keep
Bad.
it humorous. But there is one animal that forms the most unlikely friendship with them. Or maybe not. Because on paper, gibbons and orangutans actually have a lot in common. They live in the
Interesting.
same area code, they're both for the trees, and
True.
orangutan actually translates to man of the forest. At the same time, some, like the Hulak gibbon, have been affectionately nicknamed the little man of the forest. But their personalities are so opposite, they honestly belong in a buddy comedy. Gibbons are hyper-athletic, flyweight, and the fastest moving animals in the trees. Orangs are the largest, the mascots of stoicism, and yo, I swear they could talk, they just don't want to deal with taxes. Polar opposites, yet time and time again, wild gibbons and orangutans have been caught playing with each other. I like to think the fact that they don't compete for the same foods means they don't really have a reason to have beef, and a lot of zoos will actually assign them together as roommates.
They
Another
just
reason
chilling with each other,
orangutans
yeah.
are chill like that. If gibbons suddenly get accepted into the Great Ape Club, I think you know who pulled the strings for them. And you think orangs would find a sentient sugar rush annoying, and that gibbons might find Bigfoot's understudy intimidating. But not only do they play with each other, they even trust each other with their own children.
trust?
Orangs
Oh,
have
wow,
quite
okay.
the obsession with baby gibbons, and gibbons really
Your
be rocking
godfather
with
right
a
here,
beefing
little one.
cheetah weight. There's even one gibbon in the Brookfield Zoo that'll leave his enclosure just to visit the orangutans.
Oh,
next
wow, that's
door.
cool.
But there's
That's
at least
nice.
one other ape gibbons bond with. In some places, wild gibbons will actually become habituated with humans to the point where they'll regularly drop by and groom their favorites. Galia was a Hulak gibbon who was famous because every day, she'd come down from the trees, hobble over to the locals, and provide a free hour-long salon service, starting with Beshwar Ningda, the man who protected her as an orphan. It hits different when you realize grooming is how gibbons reinforce social bonds in a family. Now, it is bittersweet since it likely took her entire actual family getting put on a shirt for her to get to that point, and we'll get back to that. But
Okay.
I'd say that's pretty damn great for a lesser ape. Even dogs aren't immune to a gibbon act of goodwill. And now that you're familiar with them, I think we can go ahead and meet all the types of gibbons.
All the
Or
types?
as many as my
Okay.
attention span will
Let's
allow.
get it. Let's get it.
Your father
JK,
knows about
USAA. We gotta get into this USAA because I heard about them before. I seen them before. I just didn't know the name, or I forgot the name of gibbons. But okay, I didn't know they were that much of like a. They're not like a menace. They're more like a. They're like annoyances, if you will, with the animals. Over here, just mess around with you, pranking you. Ah, I got your tail. You gonna hit me? No, you're not. You got your tail. Yeah, they're more like the little jokester of the animal of the forest right there so far, from what I've been hearing. But let's see the rest of the family of the gibbons, the rest of the gibbon tree. And we're back.
This is a Siamang. They're the heavyweights of the gibbons at a whopping 30 pounds. They're the ones with that throat scrub, or as I
Okay.
like to call it, the chesticle. It's a pouch that works like an amplifier to broadcast their call. And clearly
Look, it
nature
hurts.
had an off day when it spawned a frog monkey that looks like one of Ben's 10. As much as I like them,
Ben's
this
10.
would be terrifying to have fly over your head.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a reminder that even the comic relief of the apes could scramble your face if they really wanted to.
Oh,
but I think
okay,
nature
got it.
knew it animated Slenderman Shadow a little too well, because it went ahead and gave them the most unserious vocal stem you've ever heard.
Why are they going faster? Why are they going faster?
this is a northern white-cheeked gibbon, which definitely, for sure, is not venom, no matter how hard you try to perceive otherwise. And in case you're curious, the babies are all born white. After about a year or two, they turn black. The males stay that way, but the females eventually revert back to their cream colorway, proving the once widely accepted scientific theory wrong. You can go back.
You can't go back, yep.
This is a Skywalker gibbon, and yes, they were discovered in 2017 by a group of scientists who apparently love Star Wars that much. The namesake of Luke was found in Myanmar, Southeast Asia, and it's believed there's less than 200 of them. But they're not as bad as the Hainan gibbon, which isn't just the rarest ape, but one of the mammals closest to getting discontinued, with less than 40 of them.
What did we do?
The thing is, it used to be worse. They went from a couple thousand in the 1950s to where you could count on both hands how many were left by the 70s.
What did we do to them?
Again, we got the Hulak gibbon. I like their face. The silvery gibbon. I like their hair. Good thing they max out at 2 feet. Any taller, we'd be having Yeti conversations. And lastly, the pileated gibbon, because in my opinion, they have the coolest call.
Okay. Imagine that swinging on a tree, just hear that noise.
Be wondering, why do gibbons call at all? Well, that's the second thing they're known for. The reason for it, well, you have a lock on your door, some have a gate, but gibbons, nah, they mark territory off straight. It's actually the same reason male lions roar, to tell outsiders that they must keep it that way. Except
get out of here,
gibbons will
buddy.
often do it as a duet, and sometimes they'll get the kids involved and make it a family matter. And they'll usually do it in the crotch of dawn, and if you live next to a zoo with gibbons, you've definitely heard it. And remember, they're territorial, so if you hoot back at them, you might just end up going band for band with a broadcasting tree siren. Hey, post-production cashier, don't do that. Not only will you offend them, it's like showing teeth to a gorilla, but gibbons are capable of doing something about it. In 20...
Okay, all right, yeah. I was gonna say, what if I hoot back at it, like, you know, like little, like ah ha ha, hoot back at you. All right, signs of suspect. Don't hoot back at them. Don't yell. Don't hoot nanny back at them. Let them do their thing.
11. A gibbon escaped a Malaysian zoo after being taunted and severely mauled a child. And while I will spare you, you offend him, it's like showing teeth to a gorilla. But gibbons are capable of doing something about it. In 2011, a gibbon escaped a Malaysian zoo after being taunted and severely mauled a child.
Okay. So wow, they don't forget, okay.
While I will spare you all the details, I will say his mom had to carry pieces of his thigh in a plastic bag. The odds are low, but they're not zero. So best keep the singing to the gibbons. It's a big deal for them.
I don't even want to sing.
Years of their lives perfecting it. It's very much giving albatross marriage dance. In some species, Mama Gibbon will help her daughters practice with their version of singing lessons, where the daughter tries to match her mother's pitch. For male gibbons, they learn by imitating the male figures around them. After years in the lab, they're able to come together and make the sound you've heard in every movie's jungle scene ever. There's something about the fact that males and females spend years perfecting their songs, and when they do come together, the songs just fit each other perfectly. These duets become a verbal vow renewal as the songs help reinforce their pair bond. And that's the third thing gibbons are known for. They're the only apes that are monogamous. Can you imagine?
Look at that hug.
And that's the third thing gibbons are known for. They're the only apes that are monogamous. Can you imagine a gibbon seeing another gibbon and just making it work? No other ape, not gorillas, chimps, definitely not bonobos. And you know most humans ain't about that. Entanglements be damned.
Yeah, we not about that, apparently.
Yeah, about that. So the whole monogamy thing came from researchers watching a group and witnessing a couple only getting active with each other. Except what they didn't realize was by being around these gibbons constantly, the gibbons eventually got used to the people and would get way closer than they usually would. The problem is the other gibbons that weren't as chill with humans would see this and treat the human habituated gibbons like the plague and avoid them at all costs. Honestly, good for them. But if gibbons do mess around on their partners, the researchers basically block them from doing it. Also, any cheater can look loyal for the weeks or months the researchers spent watching them. So, Brian Balombit decided to study a gibbon family for 6 years, and this time, instead of habituating themselves to just one pair, pretty much all the groups in the area were habituated, meaning they could truly study gibbon free will. And when I tell you it was Real Housewives of Indonesia out there, I'm gonna tell you a story, but it will get messy, so I'm gonna need you to lock in or you will get lost.
I'm locking in. I'm ready to pause if I
with
need
two
to.
gibbon families. Each one had a sub-adult, basically a teenager, and one had a teenage male and the other a teenage girl.
Alright, I'm lost. I'm already lost. Okay, hold on. This is about to get juicy.
Each one had a sub-adult, basically.
Okay, we're gonna make sure I don't
get lost.
Get lost.
So it starts with two gibbon families. Each one had a sub-adult, basically a teenager, and
two families, each had a teenager.
One had a teenage male and the other a teenage girl.
Alright,
we're still talking about
get together.
Both teenagers left their respective families, got together, and found a new territory to live in. And that's when stuff got weird. Because the teenage guy gibbon also had 2 younger juvenile brothers, and for reasons beyond me, they moved in with Big Bro and his girl. To Palombi, that was already cause to pause, but it got wicked once the adult male from the female gibbon's original group, i.e. her father, disappeared.
Why he disappeared? Get that gibbon milk? Where'd he go? Where'd the father go in this? Okay, so far, the 2 teenagers from those families, they left their families, and they like have a relationship, but the teenager male gibbon and his 2, I guess, younger brothers decided to show up and go live with him as what? That's weird. Okay.
Once the adult
then
male
the father
from the
disappeared.
female gibbon's original group, i.e. her father, disappeared.
Adult male from the female. Okay, female gibbon. Okay.
Because apparently a parent in past tense is a canon event. Well, with a sudden power vacuum, guess who filled in? Yeah, the same sub-adult male along with his baby brothers all moved into the female's group, and the teenager took his girl's dad's place. He then just moved back and forth between the 2 spots, meaning mans was monkey branching from his original girl to her mother.
Oh, okay. No loyalty. Okay, all right. It's getting wicked. It's getting wicked. Okay, all right.
Between the 2 spots, meaning mans was monkey branching from his original girl to her mother. And in what's a lot more common than you might think, the mother and daughter had serious beef, and when things finally got too hot and the male had to pick a side, he chose the mother and fully moved in. The mom would have a baby that was likely fathered by her daughter's ex.
Wild. That's wild. That's wild.
As for the sub-adult daughter, that was the last time Palombit saw her. If there's a moral in this story, one way or another, Gibbon's gonna find a way to swing.
Stop it with
Also
him.
that time, one in the Kujukushima Zoo in Nagasaki had people questioning everything after 12-year-old Momo got pregnant while being housed with exactly 0 men.
Huh? Oh, your mama got pregnant without a...
They thought it was an immaculate conception. Folks thought she spawned Gibbon Jesus, until they did a DNA test and found the father was 34-year-old Ito, who thankfully was also a Gibbon.
Oh, thank God. I'm like, who's Ito? You're scary.
Test and found the father was 34-year-old Ito, who thankfully was also a gibbon. They still had no idea how they did the do, until they found a 9mm hole in a steel plate between enclosures. That's 9mm. He really wanted that glory the whole time. We called him wrestling when really we're not that much better than gibbons. I don't care what the literature says, they're great to me. Especially since we've probably done gibbons dirtier than any other ape. Remember Kalia? Well, not only did she lose her family, but after a kid taunted her with a slingshot and she finally bit back, the boy's father came after her with a shovel and she lost her life.
What?
This kind of thing
That's
actually
the kid's
happens
fault.
a lot to gibbons. Not only do they get their homes knocked down and trees removed, a lot of times they get reduced to pets. It's to the point where virtually every gibbon is flirting with extinction. In fact, some like the hyena might as well be in bed with it. I don't like ending the video like this, but I feel like gibbons being so overlooked makes it that much easier for the atrocities against them to get buried. And if we don't lock in and spread the word, nature's one-man comedy special will be cancelled in our lifetime. But then again, does it not make sense for the comic relief to have the most tragic backstory? At the end of the day, gibbons prove that you might not be a great ape, but you're still a great ape. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this video.
Okay.
Make sure you drink water, hug your mother, support your local gibbons, and one last thing to take home. This is important. Always remember to...
I don't, yeah, remember to do that. Remember to do that. Gibbon. A little gibbon right there. Better be a faithful gibbon. You better be a faithful gibbon out there.
Okay, fine. I'll do the thing, right? And I'll see y'all in the next one.
Oh yeah, you didn't do the thing. Yeah, do that.
Down. Video ain't over. I really bought this shirt specifically for this video just to realize y'all can't even see the whole thing. So, there. Now I'll see y'all in the next one.
That's nice. No F's gibbons. That's funny. That's a little funny. I can't do the thing, the voice. Yeah, you get it. You get it. All right, Casual. Thank you once again for this video, for this funny video. I learned about the gibbons. I actually kind of forgot about them until I saw this video. Cause I remembered like the monkeys or the apes with like the big like a little pouchy on their throats and they make that high pitched noise. But I didn't know there was like more to them, like more species of the gibbons out there. The lesser apes, if you will. If the kid messes with the animal and the animal fights back, that's on the kid. That's on the humans. That's on us. We can't. Oh, let me cancel that. No. Like our first instinct shouldn't be, oh, the animal fought back against us. We gotta kill the animal. That should not be the first instinct. The animal was minding his business, like the gibbon in this case was minding his business, and then somebody messed with it, and I didn't like it, so I fought back a little bit. But maybe if the animal, you know, did like a drastic thing, like unalive the person, then yeah, I can see why you would, you know, unalive it back. But no, this is a wild thing. But no, this is fun. This is fun. I learned about the funniest animal on the planet. this not menace, but this prankster. I'm gonna call it a prankster. This prankster of the animals right here. That was funny. You know, we had messing with tigers over there, and lions like, what you gonna do? I'm up here. You can't get me. You gotta be quicker than that. But we're gonna end the video right here. Some more things I'm gonna check out. Hoping you liked the reaction. Hoping you enjoyed the video. Respect to the Gibbons, Gibbon Nation out there, Gibbon Nation out there, and thank you for watching. My cup of tea is out of here. See you later. And that sub-adult Gibbon, right? The teenager male one. He really chose his partner's mother instead of her. That's crazy. And had a kid with the mother. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, Gibbon world right there. That's Gibbon laws right there. I don't know. That's crazy. That's crazy.